Today I'm going to be getting some of my beds cleaned out and start planting my fall garden. This bed is all bolted lettuce and cilantro, so I'm going to get all this ripped out today, and I'm going to do carrots and a few cauliflower in here. I have cilantro planted in 2 other beds, so I'm not worried about that, and I saved some to use in flower arrangements later. When you're planting carrots, one of the most important things you can do is loosen up your soil first. I use this little broad fork. Got everything loosened up, now I'm going to add some compost. First I'm going to get some cauliflower planted down here at the end. I'm just going to do 3 in here. Drop a few seeds in each hole. For the carrots, I'm going to make some rows. I do my rows about 6 inches apart, and I'm going to be planting my favorites, the Uzbek Golden and New Carota. I seed these heavy, and then I'll go back and thin them out later, which is my least favorite thing to do in the garden. And I'll just lightly cover those rows with soil. Water these every day until they germinate. Sometimes you might need to do it 2 or 3 times a day. Just don't let that soil dry out until they do. Moving on to this bed, I have some bush cucumbers and some dill and cilantro that I started not long ago. Then I got a bunch of radishes here, which I'm going to pull all these out today. Most of them are probably too overgrown to be any good, but I'm going to replace these with some cabbage. Some of these are going to be too big, but I think most of them are actually going to be okay. Add a little compost. I'm doing Napa cabbage. I'm going to do 4 in here. It's going to be a little crowded, but they'll be all right. Get these watered in. These, same as the carrots, you want to keep this soil wet until they germinate. I do have some Napa cabbage in this bed that I started earlier this year. I also have some daikon radish in there, but the flea beetles have been awful this year. I've never seen them this bad. It's like an absolute infestation in this bed, and they've taken out several of my cabbages already, but I still have 5 in here, and they're not as bad now as they were at the beginning of the year. So I'm hoping that once those heads start forming on that cabbage, they'll kind of just stick to the outer leaves and they'll be okay. I am going to go ahead and get a couple more planted in this empty spot over here though. I also have this bed here that I planted recently. It has a lot of butter crunch lettuce in there, and it also has some cilantro. I just keep randomly planting cilantro around the garden, just hoping that I will have some ready when I have red tomatoes ready so that I can make fresh salsa. Cilantro and tomatoes have never lined up for me before. Hopefully this year they will. I've been doing a really good job this year of keeping up with my succession planting and getting my fall stuff in on time. I even have some more basil started here, which this will be my 3rd round of basil this year. That's going to be about it for my fall stuff. I'll keep throwing stuff like lettuce and radishes in random places at random times, but this is really about all I need.